Hello, Leas. How you doing? Welcome to your weekly reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 2nd to the 8th of April. Hope life is treating you well. Are you pushing those passions? Are you opening the doors? Let's just have a look. We'll see what's going on in the overall energies here. Yeah, there seems to be something connected to the past, but there's also a big thing connected to the future on your relationship side. It's almost as if like the past is sort of saying to you, and this is where you may be talking to yourself, sort of saying, kind of going, I know where I've been, but now let's get on, let's make some advancements here. It could be a case of accepting an invitation or asking someone out or something like that, but it's definitely activating your future. That's what you're so desired. That's what your desired direction is all about. Let's just see what's going on your financial side. Your financial side as well is, although there seems to be like an inner pressure that you're creating on your relationship side, on your financial side, it seems to be pushing outwards rather than on you. You're putting pressure on the world around you, making decisions and trying to, advance your financial or your business or your projects or your job. Let's just see if there's anything else. Yeah, and I think it's karmically tied to you, so it must be like a plan that you've been working on for some time. Now it's a moment this week here to make decisions about that. Look at that. Yeah, I think you have got that passion in with you, sort of out with the old and in with the new. The idea of sort of saying, I'm leaving the past behind me and I want to go into the future and I want to get the best out of it. That's the attitude that seems to be coming through you at the moment, and a lot of ideas coming through. Let's just see what's going on your sort of karmic path on your relationship side. Yeah, it's split into two here, and it is a case of it's on your karmic path to sort of kind of say either you sit at home and do nothing or you get out there and win the lottery sort of scenario in regards to relationships and emotions. And yes, I think you're going off on a mission, Leo. There is no doubt about it. We've seen that last week as well. You're pushing and opening these doors and allowing your passions to be a driving force behind you more than anything else. Let's just see what's going on the the universal energies here. There is a degree that's being pulled in from the outside. I think it's also asking you to be a little bit more sort of sociable and everything like that, but also it's also it's tied into to your decisions that you're making. And it seems like this here is like you're making decisions to start advancing things more than anything else. Death and rebirth from that side here. Yeah, I think it's like you've understood the past. You know what's what. You know how you feel about things within you. You should do. And now it's sort of kind of going, well, okay, well, let's start manifesting it. Let's start, activating it. Let's just see what's going on with the past self. The past self it's there. It's very solid. It's almost like it's like a landmark, as if you're heading off in one direction and you can turn around occasionally and you can see a landmark, so you know you're still going in the right direction. It's a real sort of, yeah, you're coming in from out of the cold. I think you're coming in from an experience in the past that just may have caught you short in a way and made you feel like you're stuck out in the cold a little bit. Like you missed an opportunity. And it's like this sort of like, because you missed an opportunity in the past, you're saying to yourself, I don't want to miss this opportunity in the future. And your future self, yeah, that's playing really into the future. It's really pulling you on here. There's a lot of sort of inner desires to, sort of create a future and for you to be implemented into it, and you making the decisions and being like the captain of your own destination, as it were. And it's really a driving force here. You've got the Seven of Pentacles. It's the evident path for you to follow. This is a physical evident path. This is also nurturing and creating your own future. And he does have a staff with him. He does have a wand. And I think this ties into how to nurture your passions in regards to your relationships around you and your emotions that are within you. And I think you want to go after, and cultivate those relationships that make you feel good, that also helps you to feel, fantastic, which you can also do for them. There is no doubt about it. But I think it's like saying goodbye, sayonara, to the past more than anything else. the lessons or the answers or the questions, the choices that you should be facing this week here. Seeing things from every angle, but make a decision. And it's asking you to be a little bit more sort of reactive to emotional situations. Not reactive and kind of go, "Ugh." Reactive is in making decisions. You know, being a little bit more sort of quick, allowing your emotions to flow through. And yeah, that's what it is. The Queen of Cups here. The Queen of Cups is all about sort of, she's radiating this good vibration. And I think once you start making choices for you and activating your pathway, I think you're going to install a lot of joy around you, a lot of happiness with the people that are around you. And this is going to help you to progress even further. It's going to make you feel really, really good. Let's just see what's going on your financial side. We've got the karmic path here. That's playing into the Ace of Wands here. Out with the old and in with the new. It's sort of like, I think it's something that you've been working on for a long time. And I think it's now sort of, we've done all the planning and now we've got to activate it. And it's now sort of like, it's a general sort of attitude to sort of like, okay, let's start doing things. Let's start actually activating things more than anything else. And you get the Emperor card. This is really sitting in your power. You know, you got a lot of that sort of energy last week within your financial side. You got the King of King of Wands and the Chariot card here. So things are, you know, it was in your karmic path to move on. And the funny thing is, you got that same card last week and your overall energy is there. And I think this is still a movement within you. And whilst that energy is there, I wouldn't wait around. I would seriously start implementing it. And it's sort of like, because now it's gone from the King of Wands last week to now the Emperor card on this week here. It's like standing in your power, having a control over your physical environment, making those decisions, being the one who's in control. And that's what it seems like. Your karma's sort of saying, this is the moment to take control of the situation. On the universal energies, there's a great deal of quality rather than quantity. There's a big bit of the energy that's sitting upright, and it's almost filtering the consequences and the energies that are coming into your life and coincidences. But also it's playing into between the Ace of Wands and the decisions you're making to create your victory more than anything else. And I think this is also standing very much in your power. Yeah, I think energy is more sort of offering up more than one opportunity here. In the background of this Three of Wands, you get several boats, and it's choosing the reality or choosing the pathway which is good for you. And I would use those synchronicities or those coincidences that are around you in order to open the door to that. And the moment you start opening the door to you know, what is the evident path for you and what you should be following, it becomes very, very straightforward. And that's when you can really drive your passions on. In the past self, yeah, your past self is seems to be playing into your karmic path. And it is playing outward. So it's like, it's pushing, you know, it's almost sort of saying to the world, look what I've done. Don't look what I say, look what I've done. And I think this is where you should have activated it last week. And activating it this week, you're starting to really move on. You had the Three of Cups there last time with the Three of Wands. And yeah, you get the High Priestess within the past self here, using your intuition. And I think your intuition is the way you sort of like impose yourself upon the world around you. So you almost, it is manifestation through forcing the hand to get that job, start that business, or progress that business on, or progress that project on. But it's coming through your own intuition of what you've done and how you should play your cards now, as it were, more than anything else. In your future self, here's your future self. That's playing into this Ace of Wands as well. And it was highlighted by the King of Pentacles. And I think this This is now, it's sort of kind of like in the future here, it's where your passions are going to be, your future is going to be defined by the amount of passions that you put into getting that job. You know, you've got to get up with a spring in your step. If you haven't got that spring in your step, put a song on, put anything on to really start building your passions, because you're going to get the 10 of Wands, you get the 10 of Pentacles, sorry. You've got a lot of abundance coming your way. It's also revealing to you how you can help yourself to create this abundance, I think, as well. How you engage your passions, how you really step up to the plate, as it were. The lessons that you should be taking out of this week, it's tied in between the two, between the past and the future. So how you use your intuition, your knowledge, your experiences of the past to open up for the abundance of the future. And you get the Judgment card here as well. Making very defined decisions here. And with these two cards here, and with the overall passion that's running through you as well, I think it's going to be a very, very, not necessarily empowering week, but imposing week more than anything else. I think you're really standing up and being noticed in a way by imposing what you want. You know, when you go for an interview, go in there with an sort of, you know, not with a bad attitude, but certainly with an attitude sort of saying, I want this job, I'm going to get this job. And that's the sort of attitude you should be having about your business and your projects and so forth. Let's just see what's going on with the Light Seers card, shall we? They're jumping out all over the place. It seems like happiness is what seemed to be a bit of a dream state in the past is going to be possible for you in the future. Let's just see what's going on with the Ace of Wands. High Priestess again. Yeah, I think this pertains a lot to this side here of the death and rebirth of something new that's coming into your life, or it's a certain attitude of the way of which you're engaging within your relationship, saying, I want to make decisions. You've got to make decisions about someone, people that are around you, or relationships that are around you, that is going to affect your future. And it's using that intuition of how it connects with people around you. So feeling that moment in the here and now to actually get the best out of it. With the Knight of Wands going off on that mission, you get the Devil card. The devil is in the detail, yes, but don't allow your passions to, you know, don't forget you've got to nurture your future here. And I wouldn't look for reparations of past acts and stuff like that. Leave the past in the past. Don't get caught up in illusions, or don't get caught up in paths that people could be presenting to you from the past, which just, you know, distracts you from where you should be really going more than anything else. You know, making sure you're staying true to what you want out of a relationship, what you want in the way of emotions. On the Death and Rebirth, you get the Strength card here. Very much a Leo card as far as I can tell. And with this Strength card, you're going to be quelling all these doubts. And I think this is as you move into, and I think this is where the universe is trying to encourage that within you, as you move into meeting new people, going into new social circles, you know, going to being invited to a barbecue or something like that. You've got to go in there with conviction. And when you go in there with conviction, I think you're going to dispel any doubts you might have had about yourself, but also at the same time, you know, it's going to expose the situation of what people around you, which relationships around you are worth investing in. Yeah, I think you did. I think you had been shut out in the cold in the past. And that is now liberating you, because you went through an experience that you missed. You missed an opportunity. You missed a lot of joy, I think, in the recent past. And that's changing now. And you're starting to nurture, or you should be starting to nurture your future. Really cultivating your happiness and your good times. Exactly. Cultivating your happiness and your good times. You're getting a lot of you're moving into a whole new area, especially with this sort of death and rebirth, and that is in your future. That is the where you're being pulled to, and you're nurturing it. And obviously, you should be nurturing it through your decisions, and these decisions should be made according to what makes you happy more than anything else. So, if you're making a decision about the relationship at the moment, it should be very obvious, sort of saying, does that relationship make me happy or not? You get the King of Pentacles out the top with the Queen of Cups. This is very fertile decisions. This is where you can grow something completely new within your life. You know, you really are cultivating a whole new engagement in regards to relationships or emotional side of life through love and what have you. And I think you're going after, or you should be cultivating your happiness more than anything else. Let's see what's going on your financial side. Manifesting. Did I mention it earlier on? I think I did, but it seems like on the financial side, you're making definitive decisions here, which you're manifesting a really good future. And as you make these definitive decisions, it puts you in a position of power. And that power can actually, you can use it to open doors for you, manifest your future. And as I said, I think this is what you're trying to do, or this is what you should be trying to do. You should be walking in with an attitude sort of saying, I want that job. And that's going to help you to manifest your future of what you so desire to wish to live, as it were. With the Emperor card, yeah, you get the Three of Cups. You had the Three of Cups over at the Three of Wands here last time here. I think the universe is now sort of saying, you know what, within sitting in your power and that attitude, it does make you sort of popular with the people that are around you. Could be within your business or your projects. It's a good time to push your business and your projects out into the public eye, as it were. Maybe doing advertising and so forth. You know, get yourself seen on the social media and so forth. I think that's on your karmic path to do that, to show the good intention to connect with your clients or maybe suppliers. But whatever it is, or even within your jobs, you know, within your career path, connecting with the people that are working around you. And I think the universe is sort of saying, okay, well, if you do that, we'll wait and see to see what you do. And if you act like that, then you can, yeah, then the universe will bring in a lot of synchronicities and coincidences into your life. And with that Three of Wands there, as I said, there's more than one opportunity here, and it's the death and rebirth. As you really are starting to step into your power, you're opening those doors. As we saw last week, you're really starting to move it onto another level. With the High Priestess and how you use your intuition from the past for your future, you get the Four of Pentacles. I think as you use your intuition, it stops you from, you know, giving your time, money and energy and effort to businesses or projects or career paths that, you know, it doesn't really serve you. So I think you're going to be concentrating on quality rather than quantity within your workspace at the moment. And I would be really, you know, if you've got a shop, I would be really concentrating on one sort of you know, sort of level of products, rather than trying to do everything, and really started pushing one thing at a time and really getting what you so desire. And out the top there, you get the Ace of Swords. You've now got three aces on the table, and with the Manifestation card and the Judgment card, this is pure victory that's coming into your life. If you take on this attitude, it's going to make for a crowning glory for you, I think, because you're following your judgment, you're following your righteous path, and you're stepping into your power and holding that power. You should be holding that power with the world that is around you. Yeah, and I think this Judgment card here is going to bring, it's a bit of it's not a surprise, but I think it's going to bring something to the surface that you may not have seen for some time in your life. And I think this is you know, a degree of satisfaction, of emotional satisfaction that you're bringing from within you more than anything else. It could also it could also, as you step into your power and you make the decisions and you become that powerful force that is around you, you may see some people in a different light, or businesses that you work with or clients that you work with in a different way, which allows you to sort of like kind of go, oh yeah, I didn't really notice that. And it's going to help you to open up your success for your coming future. Okay. So there you go, Leos. I hope you had get the best out of these readings. I really do. Yes, I hope you're enjoying the energy videos that we're putting out there, and spiritual videos as well. We're putting out a lot of things at the moment, different things on this channel. Thanking you very much for being here with us. I will see you soon, and all the support that you give to the channel is absolutely appreciated. Yes, in the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.